Hello, hello. Welcome everybody to the new town hall. Let's go ahead and blow the screen up so it's not tiny. Today is the 22nd of August. We've got some fun things to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and bring Roxana in because she's going to help me with some of the IFT announcements. We don't have the pleasure of having people ops with us this morning to give you the cool, beautiful shout outs that look nice, but we did have one, and I asked if there are any others. Yeah, we got Big Brain, Pedro from Waku. Shout out to Vaclav for stepping up as almost a second BD. See him on Twitter and grinding at events. Also, Roxana, you can clap for her here, for being so clutch on the grants front. So great shout outs. Going to see more of them. We're all in the People Ops channel. So that way, in the event that someone's People Ops can't come on the town hall and give it to you directly, I can just do it in the rough and tumble way, like taking screenshots from Discord and putting them here. Roxana, you want to talk about some of the new IFT related updates?
Yes. First and foremost, we are doing a logo circles in Barcelona, which is quite exciting because we have a very special partner that will help us. And it's very aligned with us. We met them at ETH Cluj a couple of months ago. Very aligned with us. They are named Akasha Hub. And I'll drop it in the comments. This is our logo circle Barcelona, happening on September the 9th at 6:30 p.m. at Akasha Hub. Myself, Marina from Codex will be there. We have a few more core contributors that have signed up. Our purpose is to make it highly localized. So we are looking to understand specifically the local issues around Barcelona from, the people that speak Catalan, that speak Spanish, that speak English. Not so much an international meetup, but more localized, more focused on local community activism. And in time, we hope to find someone that is more local to organize it and carry on the good vibes.
We've got a couple people in the org who live in that area. Maybe they can pitch in or find someone there that just really is gung ho on things and wants to do it themselves.
Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me copy paste the Luma page, but
We
if you
have it here. I'll do that since you're not logged in and you don't need to. It's in the, if you want to scroll down, you can see the link here. It's in the Notion page, but I'll go ahead and throw this in chat too, and I'll also put it in the description of this video for those who want to get it later. But it'll be all over the place. We'll also put it in Discord, so wherever you want to look, it should be there too. Anything else got going on from an IFT comm side? I know that Fairwood Australia out in the bookstore, Kindle. The book
is happening.
Yes, it's in the bookstore and Kindle version. You can pre-order it now. The link also in the Notion page, as you can see here. Go put it in your wish list. Go pre-order it. Go do whatever you want. Tell your friends, tell your family. Get it everywhere. Also, I think
please pre-order it.
Let me go back to the comms. Where were we talking about this? Where did I ask you people on where to do this stuff? I forgot where I asked, but
you asked in logos.
There it is. Yeah, I never know which channel to use in the asset info group. But Bethang also mentioned there's a hope to get academics interested in the book, so they could request that their institutions and libraries carry it. So in the event that you have connections to universities, academics, institutions, research, stuff like that have facilities like libraries, we'd like them to carry it. So get in touch with them. If you need access to books that you can give to them as an example, then contact Rick, and he can help get that sorted out for you. Any CCs or community members with computer science, political science contacts, whatever you can. Actually, to be funny enough, he asked this yesterday or this morning for me, and I had set up a call with a local undergraduate opportunities kind of interdisciplinary contact at my local university, North Carolina Agricultural and Technical University. And we're planning on meetings to see what partnerships options are available between IFT Logos and what they're trying to do. I'd gone on a couple, I guess, talks to graduate schools about opportunities outside of becoming an academic researcher or tenure track professorship at various places, and he was interested in doing that type of thing. So what a perfect opportunity for me to go try and do this. I'm going to take a book today. You have the opportunities like that. I know a number of you do because I've talked to you about them. So reach out. Let's try and get this book everywhere. And then also like go talk to them about how the technical works with the cultural. Like university campuses are a perfect opportunity to get people like excited about this and doing something and start doing circles there too. Anything else, Roxana?
If you go to goodreads.com and sign up with single sign-on with your personal details, you can actually leave a review for the book. That would actually help the book get more visibility. So I've dropped a link in the private chat. Corey, if you can move it to main one. It's
I think
a
that's the
link
same
to
book
the
I have
actual.
here. That's the link you sent me in the private chat, right?
So that is the Amazon pre-order Kindle
Yes.
one. And I just shared another one
Oh,
for
it's a different one.
Goodreads.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
It's this one. If you're looking at the chat, I think. Is this not the one? Or you put the one
It
in
is
private?
Amazon. That is Amazon.
Goodreads, got it. Putting in chat now.
Goodreads, yes.
And I'll also put that in the what's it called? The Notion here.
Also, if you have a phone with a decent camera and you want to take a snap of the book and put it on your socials, throw a few words about it, that's also welcome.
Yeah, just share it around. Do whatever you can. We all have different communities that are outside of this organization. Go share it with them.
Sharing is caring.
All right. I think that's it for the IFT announcements for today. Thanks, Roxana. Let's bring on Alisher now. Talk about a cool project he has going based off a key card. Take it away.
Hello.
I'll leave you
can
to
you
it.
can you hear me? Cool. Yeah. So I was on a hackathon in Berlin and met awesome people from different organizations, and I brought a lot of key cards with myself just to test, to show them, to show how it all works. And people from Refugee United, Human Tech, and Finding the Commons, they became interested in this technology. They working on different projects, and those projects are meant to help people in displaced, fragile community around the world. They build in things like human wallet and refugee ID. So in some hotspots, people sometimes they don't have any government issued IDs, and they are not citizens of the country where they placed. So there is no way for them to engage in value exchange and to identify themselves to each other and to different NGOs. So they working on this problem, and when they see key card, they said that there is a chance, there is opportunity that key card can be used not only as hardware wallet but also as ID. And this idea really hit me, stick to me. And right after this hackathon, I started to think and to research to talk with developers how it can be possible. And we've created a group chat in a Signal and started thinking about it, going into details. And I've built a presentation and UX design that addresses those issues. I would like to share with you some details of that. And on a current step, we engage with researchers from Refugee United, and we're about to run some questionnaires and to understand needs of refugees and those fragile communities better, to prioritize the features we want to bring. And also I applied to builder's residency that will take place 3 weeks before the Dev Connect, and we will work on this project with some developers. And applications still open. If you'd like to, anyone from community, if you'd like to participate, if you'd like to build with us, I will share a link in the Discord, in the chat later, and please check if it's something you're interested in. So okay, let me ground you in some data that I found. So a lot of people don't have mobile devices. It means that even apps we build and they can't use them properly because sometimes they just don't have phones. And especially it applies to refugees that run from war. So sometimes they don't have even simple smartphones and also sometimes they don't have internet access in camps where they live right now. Yeah, also 400 millions don't have stable cellular connection, and a lot of them are not English speakers. And I think it's a big part of the world with real world problem that might be solved with technologies we're building. Yeah, and 850 million of people live without government issued ID, and it means that they can't even receive like aid from officially in fiat from those organizations, and they can't work in territories where they're not citizens because it's against the laws of most of these territories. Yeah, and this is maybe thanks, Philip. Please, yeah, share your feedback. I'll be great to update my data. So this data based on these researches that I found. Yeah. So this is what I believe in, and this is what drives me. So I believe that open source decentralized technologies can significantly lower barriers to participation in value exchange, in identity issuance and self-governance, because they don't rely on centralized entities like governments. Okay, you all know Keycard. So what we know about Keycard, it's smart. This is presentation I did for Human Tech, so you may know some of these things. So smart card hardware wallet. So we have secure chip running Java applet. We also have NFC. It's open source and it's durable and lightweight. And beauty of open source that you don't even need to buy Keycard to have Keycard. So you can buy it on AliExpress in the bulk. As Gilo said, it can be around €2, empty one, and you can install firmware via simple smart card reader. Yeah. So what important for the project I'm working on is that it can store private key, it signs message and transaction, and it's protected. And the problem of current apps that they all focused on individual smartphone owners. And beauty of solution that it's possible to make it to create a hardware wallet and decentralized ID that will be used between any keycard or Tula card owners, as I call it, with the one phone. So, for example, app installed on the one phone can help to any other community members to transact between each other and to identify themselves. This is like simple design I made. And to make it more simple, also idea is that public key can be put on a sticker or just printed on a card, so it will be easy accessible if you want to receive funds on it, even without entering PIN. Okay, let's go into the app. So I focused on 4 scenarios. So first scenario is just checking the balance. Next one is transfer. Third one is identifying, and then sign different documents and participate in governance. And as you can see here, I used Burmese. So Burmese is a language of Myanmar, and it's one of the hotspots that Refugee United working with. And this app should be very simple. It should be very lightweight because it should run on the cheapest and oldest Android smartphones. Maybe not only Android, but it should be very lightweight. And it should be bilingual, because in some scenarios, this app will be used both by NGO staff, volunteers, and community members. So check balance is very simple. All you need if you want to check balance and you don't have a phone and you have someone who have the phone, it can be your community leader or tribe leader or a priest or a volunteer, and you want to check balance, you just show public key and you can see the balance. Then about transfer. So this case already consider it as valuable, because it solves the problem of not having your own smartphone. So to transfer some funds from one key card to another, at first you need to show input receiver address and enter amount of funds that you want to send, review details, and then also Refugee United work with face tag. So face tag is kind of alternative to Apple ID and to any face recognition because it not ties you to one face, one phone, and it creates like face prints from any selfie, and then you can prove liveness by making a selfie and then moving your face closer. This way, app analyzes that you're not only the real person, but also you're alive, and it can prove your identity. So sender goes through this, and then enter PIN, tap the card, and transaction happens. And in this way, if someone want to send some funds to another Tula card owner, both of them don't need a phone. They need just to find volunteer or go to their community leader who have the phone, and they will help them to transact between each other. Next one is identifying themselves. So it can be done through ZK proof, also decentralized. Idea is that you can choose what data you want to share. And this applies to scenario when people in displaced communities are about to receive aid or receive funds or support, so they need to identify themselves. And after selecting what you want to share and go through face tag scenario and enter PIN and tap in the card, you can disclose some of details you want to disclose to to the volunteer or NGO. So this way, it creates kind of distributed, decentralized ID that can help people to even without their official ID card, to present themselves and to prove that they are who they saying they are. Next thing is about signing different petitions. It's also a valuable case in displaced communities when you need to receive something. For example, you need materials to build more shelters, or you need some kind of medicine help, like medication. It's possible to make a photo and go through face tag technology, receive PIN, scan card, and then this document will be signed with your private key. And those documents will be held locally. So there is a storage in this app where everything signed, stored. And this way, owner of the phone, leader of community, or like family member can get signature from other people. And this way, it will create digital petitions signed by community members, and it then can be shared with NGO as PDF, for example. What else? Yeah, and also this app will allow to issue those identities. So to issue identity, we have a Shady here. Shady is one of co-founders of Refugee United and Human Tech. Yeah, so to issue identity, you need to enter all details, then make a selfie. The selfie will be sent to face tag, and then you'll need to hand the phone to person who we want to create this ID. Through face tag, it will be possible to ensure that it's the same person that we just collected details. Then person creates a PIN, and we write private key to the card. Then there will be backup the recovery phrase flow. In case this card will be lost, it will be possible to restore it on a new card. And then identity issued. So we have this public address, and it can be printed as sticker on very cheap like portable printers and put on a card. Other things that we explore right now is possibility of signing things and making some operations when you're offline. So in this case, information will be stored on the phone, and when it will be when person will come back online, it will be pushed to the blockchain. So this is the main cases, and as I said, for now I have some screenshots. So we're running research. So what we will do, we will send the questionnaire. We have questionnaire for volunteers and NGO representatives to better understand those cases and to prioritize what we want to build first. And we also have a questionnaire for refugees and community members in very simple language, like around 5 questions. And I expect that we will finish this research in next 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks before this builder's residency in Argentina. And then we will build something, and there will be a special panel of funding the commons on DevCon where we will present results of our work. So this is what I was about to share with you. If you have any questions and if you want to participate in this, please let me know.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's a really cool way of like leveraging the technology of keycard to then, you know, make it useful somewhere where like the kind of access to technology is more limited than places like where I live in the United States. How do you like what's the thing you need most right now? What's like push to help this type of project?
What I think they need most, I need information from people that right now in the fields that working with those refugees, and we're about to get this information in next weeks. So this is most important for any project is real world data, real world answers. We also will run some interviews, and we'll speak both with volunteers and with refugees to understand their needs better.
Where do people follow? Like, how do they keep track of what's going on so they can understand the status of it and contribute when it's appropriate?
For now, we don't have any public presence of this project, but yeah, I feel that it's time to create some maybe X or yeah, and share more.
Cool. All right. Well, if you have any questions, like you said, reach out to him. You know where to find him on Discord and X and so on and so forth. He's everywhere. So
thanks. Greg.
If you have any questions in the comments, please ask them. We can stick around for a little bit. I'll go over some of the rest of it, and you just stay here if you like, or take off. It's up to you.
Yeah, I will just repeat that. I believe that in this project, there is not also opportunity for technologies that we build in Keycard, but also I see that some of features can benefit from having Vacu protocol on board, or maybe codecs to store this data.
Yeah, it's really easy to see based on how you want this to work, how all the portions of the stack could fit in eventually to make it more robust, easily accessible, resilient, so on and so forth, private. So if you're watching, you have ideas, come give them to Alisher. I'll work from there. Thanks, Alisher.
Yeah, welcome.
We didn't have too many posts since the last town hall. In fact, all of them are between the published articles and the forum posts. They're all around Waku. And I think they're doing a good job of serving as an example of using our forums and blogs to discuss ideas, talk around kind of more permanent content so it doesn't get lost in Discord or HackMD or Cody or something like that. And so if we switch back over to this, you can see we have 4 to discuss a little bit. First is a blog post from Waku around the first steps towards incentivizing Waku. So ideas on what it means to even incentivize a messaging protocol. This is published yesterday, so I haven't had the opportunity to read it. There's also I believe there's comment discussion in the forums at the bottom, so you can go sign in and discuss. But they talk about kind of the current working theory and plans for adding incentivization to a protocol like Waku. And I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. So I'll be reading this today and then adding to the conversation. I recommend you do the same. And then Umar from the VAC team, there's a VAC blog around scaling libp2p, gossip sub. So this the progress within Ethereum, which is kind of the main push for a lot of these things, and as well as Filecoin, is trying to send larger and larger messages across the network. If you look at like how we used Waku and libp2p and gossip sub type protocols or networks in the past, it's usually for small messages of signaling. Attestations are relatively small things for the beacon chain, stuff like that. But as the DAS works, data availability sampling with Ethereum, has grown more and more popular, where we're wanting to send larger and larger messages, which is also something that Status has wanted to do for a long time with things like images and other types of content outside of just pure message content. And so there's a lot of the research within the gossip, like libp2p community, is around how do we send larger and larger messages on the network efficiently. And so here's some of the research around that, how to scale the P2P to do large messages efficiently. So read that to see kind of the future of how these networks can scale and add function to the network without bogging it down. A consequence of this is like, I think home staking is going to take a hit because you need larger and larger bandwidth for in order to keep up with the network, especially upload, which is a harder and harder thing to get. And so they'll start limiting the availability of people to do home staking because it'll saturate your connection as you send larger and larger pieces of the blockchain more often. So like just contributing to DAS as the network protocol will saturate your connection, which I think may centralize a little bit. I'm curious. I'm a little weary about that. Up next, we have some forum posts. We have pairwise messages to set intersection. So Cynisis came up with a pretty interesting concept around pairwise message set intersection. So this is basically how to do some things we currently do via message propagation within Waku that may add some privacy or give us some, I guess, parameters to tweak with privacy and scaling on how to distribute messages. And then this actually led into a different conversation around a concept called small world versus big world, which is how to look at the topology of networks and how they grow, right? So if you think about small world stuff, that's closer to what the original Facebook was like, or like IRC, MSN Messenger, and like early things like that. So it was just kind of like you and your friends, and then there was no global context. There was no like, I'm getting the feed from the globe, which is kind of the big world topology of a network, where I join a social network and I now have access to everything that's ever happened and the kind of implications of building networks like that to the individual. So it's an interesting concept to start thinking about when you're building networks and applications and the groups of people that interact in those applications and what type of impacts they can have. Stuff like, is it good to have a global context in your application? I don't know. Maybe not. So really cool blog posts to give that idea and some conversation around it. So go check those out. That's all I could find for this time around. And as always, if you know of something I should be aware of, that other people should be aware of, that goes well in these town halls, please send it to me. If you have something you want to talk about that you've been doing, or a concept you're crashing around, or a demo to show, please tell me so I can bring you on and we can talk about it, like Alisher just did. Great example of what we're talking about, or what these town halls are for. And we'll keep trying to spread whatever the hell everyone's doing as best we can. So thanks for coming.
Petty. Can I talk about Zine?
Yeah, please do. Oh yeah, please do. That's great.
Thank you.
Let me move you back over.
Yeah. Okay, so I made this error by after reading Farewell to Westphalia and posted on X, and then I started to think more about it. So what are those issues? And Jared and Peter describe them very well in the book. And I decided to create a Zine that I will take with myself to DevConnect and will share with people there. And idea of Zine is describe, or Zine. How to properly? I don't know.
Zine,
Okay.
Magazine. So you just say
Magazine.
Zine.
Let it be Zine. Sorry. Yeah. So I made it based on our previous Zine. And this is the title page. Nation states are obsolete. Build what comes next. I will go in some history details of what is peace of Westphalia, and then idea is start with error. Thanks, Batang. It was his idea to make this error and CLI style. So as you see, a critical error encountered, and current version is very old, and updates have been failing. And then I want to describe those issues inside design as GitHub issues. with description, with tags, and with ways to reproduce expected behavior and additional context. And I want to have around 8 of these issues, and I will welcome contribution if you would like to participate, if you'd like to help me to write those issues in engaging and maybe humorous way. You're very welcome. Yeah, I want to make this design our community effort, not just like solo effort. And we'll share it open source. We'll share it everywhere, and anyone who want to read it and can print it and can share it. And idea is to, after describing those issues, this is all my drafts here, and the explorations is tell something about Farewell to Westphalia book, describe what Logos is, and invite people to join our movement and to build what comes next with us. And yeah, I will bring some copies with me to DEF CON and share
DEF Connect?
with to DEF Connect in Argentina and share with people there. So please let me know if you want to participate. Thanks.
Yeah, that's great. I like the way you've kind of straddled the line of the cultural movement alongside of the technical development kind of culture, right? The culture of technical development with, interfacing with GitHub issues, some of the, command line based code, stuff like that. It's great to see it move into that, because we don't want two isolated movements. We want something that works well together. And this is starting, I think, to blend back into connections between the two, of like technical development that's useful for the cultural movement. And so we'll have two kind of, I think, user stories of people who connect with Logos and want to contribute to it. One is the non-technical person, or there's the technical person, but having these intersections that help merge the two, where the technical people understand what they're building and why they're building it, and the non-technical people understand the kind of things that are being used to push the movement forward, is really important. So like, I think this helps start to blur that line, so we're not two separate movements.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah,
Cool.
I believe that for people who are into development and into GitHub, seeing social issues, economical issues as GitHub issues that they can basically pick up.
Interesting idea. Yeah, it's an interesting idea. We're like,
it's for me, it's
I got this one.
It's
I'm good.
inspiring. Yeah. Join Logos and take this issue.
Yeah. All right, Alistair, thanks again for coming on and showing me what you're doing, and keep going, man. Great.
Welcome.
As for everybody else, thanks for joining. Hope to share it around if you didn't make it. I was a little late in announcing and putting it on the board. I'll do better next week or the next 2 weeks, so that it's more obvious when this happens, so that everyone can join more. But it's available on YouTube. Watch it when you want. I'll put it through all the places, so it's more easily findable.